put Watch None Grow on it, right down.
Several times kids have painted weeds.
I saw that
There's
the other
says
day.
weeds underneath it now.
But Watch None Grow weeds. This was a schoolhouse we went to up here. But this was before our time. See the school buses, the open air?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It looked like about 1926 or something. Models. That's later. We owned this garage. And this was a diesel shop now, and it's still there. And this end of it was a drugstore.
Yeah.
Did you get a picture of it, did you?
Yeah. Let me trade sizes.
Why don't you stand in here?
There we go. All right. There we go.
Is the bright, is the shiny gonna bother you?
No, that's fine.
We had children, yeah, we had two. We had a boy and a girl.
This is the
Our boy
museum
was
that we're
killed.
gonna go
Our son
see.
was killed when he was 22.
And this is
And he came back to
1949.
live in the mountains.
Museum caught
So
fire.
we just have
Oh,
one
okay,
daughter.
it's fire.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's
And
on
this
fire.
is her husband and her
picture.
granddaughter.
These are snowdrifts here
And,
about 3 feet deep after
That's
the Nun
our
blizzard.
daughter and her family.
Forgot to tell you about the
Second
Nun blizzard
one
in
down.
*49.
Yeah, we
What's
had,
the breeze?
It's probably hard to get
we
in
had
there.
2 children and she
Yeah,
had
it
2
was.
children.
Yeah.
So we got 2
Still
grandchildren.
fire? Or?
And they're both,
We seen
one
it
is
was on
36
fire.
and one is 30,
So me and my brother-in-law went over and pulled the fire
So
truck
neither
out
one
from
had
back
children.
end of it. It was
Neither one of them are married. so-
fire
Yeah.
trucks are on this end of it, and
Hopefully one of these.
we pulled them
Oh,
out
yeah.
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 and
I noticed the search in here, the
called
heat of
Alt
your
Pierce, and they
house,
came up.
and it just has
Then they
like
built
sense
this
like
fire truck, or
this is
for a
like a
firehouse
fire and
later.
soft rains. I don't like it makes sense.
And
Scavenger
there you
with
can
these
see some of the
artifacts,
snowdrifts
and it's just, like, interesting how they have
after the
some
blizzard.
underneath people, it's like, every neighborhood, someone
And
has
there's
something
my
like
dad
that they write about.
and another guy built the first fire engine.
Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so.
That was the first one they had that was
Yeah.
self-powered. The others, they had to pull by horses or pickups. This is the street right out here in the middle of the street. Her dad's down there. We had a big flood go down through here. So we have had some rain.
There's all
And we had a
recording the nuclear
rodeo ground out the end of the
Yeah.
4th Street. And we had a little tornado north of town.
Oh.
Got a sign out there that says.
I
A little
got,
bit of
"All
everything."
unique."
I took the picture of it. This is more of the flood water going down through town.
Yeah,
This is
it's
the
about
fire
twice
plug
as-
right down
maybe
there
3 times
by
big
the
as
big
that.
building.
But they have irrigation
Yeah.
on around their town.
Filled our
So
basement
they
with
have
water.
pretty, lot more.
There's the Nun Church.
Maybe the difference is
And, I said that was the last steam engine went through town, but
Hmm.
they send one once in a while
They
now.
grow mostly corn
There's
and
an old
sugar beets.
picture of the schoolhouse
and,
up here.
What else do they grow down
That was the train depot
there? Corn and
over
some
on the
hay
railroad
from
tracks.
Mhm.
You've seen both of them.
Had irrigation.
There's people in church. There's Kayla
I know.
That's a
sitting in
child.
church.
You just can't. go
90% of the people are
And they
gone.
found that out. They tried to.
They've been in heaven so long they think we went the other way.
They're just not. They're not.
These are pictures of
Of rain.
everybody in our community here. This is the fire department long before I was
No,
up
we had
here.
some years.
There's Kayla
We had pretty
singing
good
at
rains this
KFKA
year in the spring.
in
So
Greeley.
the wheat, they average about 30 bushel to the or to the
Those
acre.
are Nun people. Kayla's in the corner over here.
At one time they had.
90% of them are all dead, so we act
One
funny.
time they had such a good crop, it was 50 bushel an acre.
There's
Now,
the-
that's a lot for.
My
growing.
brothers and
Now
sisters.
irrigated, they have 90 bushel.
And there's our first car,
And they got so they.
First car? Wow.
a Model T stripped down. We all drove that thing, yeah.
my uncle
Yeah.
still has a Model T.
The water that
Is
was
that?
supposed to come to us.
I like to show this picture.
Government
This is Kayla.
wound it.
We were freshmen in high
They had
school.
this big,
This is Kayla and this is me over here.
from,
And she's 3 weeks older than
you
me.
can see it.
She grew up a little quicker than I did. I tell everybody she raised me. Yeah, we were freshmen in school already. Man. And that's when I was out milking cows and making $10 a month.
That's too much money.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's my family.
That's
What we look like now. That was
Which comes out of
my brothers and sisters and all of us. One time, my daughter was a cheerleader. We were non-terrors.
Anyway, they call it, comes out of horse too.
Our
That's where
ball team was called non-terrors.
Yeah.
And that's all my family.
We used to have a beautiful.
And
That
we,
was staying on there wasn't expensive, but just so much for years.
these are
When they had
pictures of
gone-
people who
we
used
had
to
our
live
own
here.
wells for
Now 90% of them all
probably
passed on.
6 or 8 years ago, and then they hooked us up to
People like to look at them. These people are still here.
so everybody's just letting it run.
Deal with.
Last summer, the guy across the street had it. It was probably $970.
Mostly people until I get
We can't afford that.
to the back end, I think.
That's pouring water down the drain. So we just let ours go. Dale waters it a little bit, but. I don't know
There's the
how
Greeley
we're
Hospital
talking about having
Kayla was born in.
a desert.
It's still there. It's a,
Uh-huh.
it's an old folks home now, I think. It's really take care of old people.
My dad was from Missouri.
There's a
and he
picture
came
of the
here in
nun parade.
1916.
This is a wagon, and my wife's head sticking out of the top of the wagon there. She was 2 years old, so I figured this was 1928.
And they
And we're still having parades.
had a big ranch out here.
There's nun
north
parade.
of, Brixton, which is probably
There's a later nun parade.
sheep ranch.
There's
And,
dumb old
of course,
man.
that was many years ago. Mom was born in 1900.
There's what
and she
when we
gave
had the flood.
the mother and the
We're in
family
the,
lived
that's
in
our
it.
house where we're at now.
Grandfather built a house and all.
And we had a little
So the
snow around it.
grandmother and the mother and the kids
There's
all
flood.
lived in home with
And
children there.
There's
They
the
stayed on the
bundle loader, and we're taking the weeds out of the,
Oh, that's the one you built.
yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's the one we're taking the weeds out of the driveway with.
They did
There's
that
the house
too.
we lived in
He got
one
sick
time.
and took care of
I think that's about
Bob,
it.
you ready to go see the museum?
He's been ready.
He's been ready. Okay, well.
He's ready.
See as much as you need to.
Yeah, postmasters are kind of disappearing.
Can you all get in line with just a big picture of everybody?
Get out here. You want to take your picture? Get out.
Not my picture.
Yeah, everybody together. There they are.
We'll stand on the top step.
Yeah, that's you. All right, yeah, tall guys.
You're not a good
Spread out.
me, huh? I can mess with the
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. You're going to go with them? Glad to meet you. Come and
He's going to get back out of the car.
He
We
is?
need to get this going.
Okay. Pop, we're going. Get your feet in. Get your seatbelt on.
Very nice. Very nice. Two flies.
Gotta find room for Dale here.
Illinois. At least
I was going to put this in the trunk.
I guess so, so there's room for Dale.
yeah, My dad grew up. I don't know if you know where El Dorado, Illinois.
Oh, I'll just
Down
walk
by,
with him.
St. Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah, he grew up there.
Is that right?
Yeah. So I live about 45 minutes north of Chicago. Oh, where I grew up. Where you grew up.
Yeah. This came from Galesburg, which is up north end.
Okay.
Only right there. That's it, right?
No,
Oh,
down this one block.
one block. Okay.
Almost 3 here block.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll drive Pup down there. Yeah. You want to drive him down?
Hop in this one.
Oops.
Another one, or
Yeah, just get in front here. I'll ride in this car.
See you next fall.
around.
In fact, I'm gonna walk because I'm tired of sitting.
Okay.
You guys can all ride. Key's in it, I think, Sharon.
Where is the key?
It's in it, I think, isn't it?
No.
No?
Les, we're fixing to go. Don't.
Hey, we're driving. Here's the key right here. Stay inside. We're driving to the museum.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right, I'll walk one block.
Need that.
Get the ambiance. Get the nun ambiance. Afternoon. Hi. How you doing? Counting birds? You're counting birds?
Are you looking for dead birds?
Oh no. Dale's taking us to the museum.
Oh.
I teach a class at CSU, and so
Oh.
this is a history class, and so
Oh, you do? Uh-huh.
brought students over to see the museum.
Well, good for
That's
you.
what we're doing.
Last time we saw someone walking around with a apparatus camera or something, about this time last year. It was someone
for
from
the-
the Department of Wildlife picking up dead birds, checking them for West Nile.
West Nile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thankfully, it's.
Well, enjoy the museum.
Well, thank you so much.
You'll see
yeah.
some of the Foster's wheat farms, and that's,
Oh, that's your family?
yeah.
Very good. Yes. Sure will. Well, thank you.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Thanks a lot.
Left. There you go. You got it. A little bit to the right. All right.
You're higher now. You're going to the right, left.
There we go.
They're from the college, Fort College.
Hello.
College kids, how do you
Hi,
do?
Steve Bolter. Hello.
Mr. Balter, welcome.
That's a pleasure. Thank you.
I'm the curator, and it's a good thing I was here
Absolutely.
because
Yes.
Mr. Barnaby couldn't have got in.
Truly.
It was providential.
Secret codes.
Are you the professor?
I am the guy running the tour. Well, I'm handing it over to you now.
Oh no, Mr. Barnaby will tour you
right.
through.
Oh, very good.
He knows more about them than I do. Now, tell me about who you are and where you're from.
CSU, Department of Anthropology, Cultural Anthropology course. This is the field work for
Did you plug the
students.
dog back in? Oh, I see. Well, I have a question to ask you.
Yes.
Is it Walter or Balter?
Bolter, B-O-U-L-T-E-R.
Oh, Bolter.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have, you folks go on in. I'll talk to Mr. Bolter. You start the tour.
And let me get them set. Oh, 1 second.
He's the curator.
Cameraman, please. Always the rule is just pan very slowly. It's rolling. Okay, just let it roll. You put your left hand here, and you'll balance much better. Okay? Great. Just get the story.
Not me, him.
Oh, okay. to talk to him if you can you give a little tour there, Dale?
Yeah. This is the Nun Terror. Our basketball team was the Nun Terrors. And this is the Jackson Hort, big city of Nun. So, so do I. I think my wife says I do. This is a replica of Turner Hardware store that was downtown. And a lot of stuff in here was stuff they had in there, but when they closed it, the owner, he took it out and put it in his closet and saved it. This is what the store looked like before it tore down. They came here, this family came here in 1905. We still got a Turner, Russ Turner. He was a lieutenant colonel in the Army during World War II. He's still alive and lives out here in the country. But this is a replica of all the stuff they had in the store. That's a picture of the inside of the store at one time. These are scales that we used to buy our food on. Cash box. How you read that? The scale, but I don't know how you read it. That even before my time. There's a wash machine. You think you got it rough? You don't have to wash clothes in a wash machine like that. Hanging on it.
That would be rough.
Yep. My little brother was 2 years old. My mom was abortion, and he came in there and he got his hand in there and rolled it up here and took all the hide off here. He's got a scar about that big. He's 77 years old now, so it doesn't bother him any, but scared him pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my dad took
Got it?
Maytag. My dad took an engine like this and put it on a lawnmower before they ever had power lawnmowers. We had the first power lawnmower when we was growing up.
You said your dad worked with John Deere?
Great-grandfather.
Great-grandfather?
Yeah. He sold out to John Deere and went to California in the gold rush and never made it. I never heard from him again. He should have stayed with John Deere. He'd have been rich.
They got that big store on I-25 now. It's
Yeah.
between here and Longmont. Huge John Deere store.
Yeah.
I had a class where we had photographs in the science class, and all this old machinery always ends up looking really good, really, authentic and rustic.
This thing is what they use when they put the pipes down in the water well. Put the pipe in there and then hold it, let that down, and then hold the pipe and screw the next one on.
I'm Troy James Fuller, and I'm here to give you a little bit of what happened today out here in Weld County. Excuse me. We were talking with Dale Bramby here today about some about the grain elevators and what he did at the post office in Nunn. And we took a tour here of the museum and learned quite a bit about the shops that they had during the time of just the people.
How does this relate to your school, what you've learned in class?
I learned a lot about just the community of Nunn and, you know, how people go about their life, and, you know, they have their setbacks, and people evolve and gradually become what they are today.
And so what's your view of the experience today?
I learned quite a bit about farming and just Dale's life and a whole bunch of good stuff.
Very good. Thank you. Give us your name.
Alright, Kevin Kors, and out here in Nunn, Colorado today. Dale was nice enough to have us at his house and give us the kind of background on Nunn, Colorado and everything that's been going on in this agricultural town. Let's see.
Anything that surprised you as far as the...
I was kind of surprised about how this town never grew into anything bigger. I don't know, it's kind of cool to hear about like the culture of a small town and growing up in a small town community, and I don't know.
And your impression of today, your experience?
I had a really good time today. I thought that the museum really wrapped up everything a lot of the stories that Dale was telling, and so we could actually see and have some hands-on experience. Like with his high school, we were able to see like some of the things that they wore and uniforms and all that stuff. So it was just really overall interesting.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
And you are?
My name is Motaki Honda. On the research, I was what is like town now or something. Kind of figure out area and population. Also like what is the main kind of industry thing. So and like what's happened like in middle 20th century. So I actually then Mr. Bantby actually told us about what is more detail about how the town started or how he worked, what stuff is. Actually, I have really like interest in some mechanical things from like early 20th century or something.
Right.
So, what do you say?
Does your experience here, based on what you knew from Japan about the West of America, is it something like you believed it would be when you actually got here, or is it different?
Actually, yeah, I think it's real different. Like, somehow, I don't know. Like I never seen like the farming stuff in like any Western movie.
Yeah.
Just shooting gun stuff. That's pretty much like. So yeah, it's kind of different.
Okay, so this is very real.
Yeah,
This is a very
real.
real experience.
Yeah.
Yes. Good. Thank you very much.
Okay.
You are?
I'm Danny Pendleton from Louisville, Colorado, and we're up here on Saturday in Nunn, Colorado. We visit Mr. Dale Barnaby. It was really generous of him to come and tell us all about his upbringing here in Nunn and the history of his town. And it's interesting because in all of our research, we heard the story of how the town was named and of the water tower, watching it grow, and it doesn't really grow, and how it's mainly agriculture. And someone who's been here for about 50 plus years has not the biggest relation to the agriculture, and that all comes back to water, so that was pretty interesting. Today it was really cool to come to this museum and see the really big collection. Like, this is a very thorough museum. I like the thrift store a lot. Had a chance to explain to Moto a lot of the tools and old school things that I guess were used here, and it's been really interesting.
Very good.
I'm Annie Milbauer, and I really enjoyed our experience in Nunn, Colorado today. I learned a lot from Mr. Barnaby and his wife, and I thought it was really interesting reading articles on the internet about Nunn and the water tower and how the town was named and how important the railroad was, and then having the real life story told to us. I just thought it was really cool. And seeing all of the farm equipment and all the old artifacts was really interesting as well. And I just found it, I don't know, I guess weird that they wanted this to be an agricultural town, but it never had irrigation, so it's a little ironic, but.
Okay, what did you think of the experience overall today?
I learned a lot and I had a lot of fun, and it was a good experience.
Very good, thank you. You are the curator of?
I'm the founder and curator of this museum.
Yeah.
I started it, and then I enlisted the help of as many people that wanted to come in as possible so we could start a historical society and incorporate our mission, which was to create a museum here to teach about the history on the High Plains. It was started in 2000. This museum is geared to teach people how people lived here on the High Plains, from the Indians to the cattlemen to the cowboys to the farmers, the pioneers, the homesteaders, and eventually the wheat farmers. And life still goes on in Nunn, but it's more or less a bedroom community now, and there isn't even a general store, even a place to buy a bottle of milk in Nunn. But we do have this fine museum, and we started on good faith. We are not supported by any town or government support whatsoever. It's all run on donations and hard work, and that's like the pioneers were. It's a leap of faith, just like the pioneers. So if you're interested in learning how life was and still is on the High Plains, you should come to this museum. Now, where are the High Plains? Well, the High Plains are the prairie lands that are above 3,000 to 7,000 feet. In this whole area, we're at over 5,000 feet here. And so we are considered to be the High Plains, and they go east to Sterling, to Fort Morgan. But as you go west into the foothills area and the Front Range area, the plains end. But this is where the buffalo roamed. This is where the elk and the bear and the deer came down and lived in the wintertime when they couldn't survive in the mountains with all the snow. With the advent of the white man, the ecology of the area changed, and the elk